B-roll.
Oh, there you go.
Hi, B-roll.
And we're live.
We're live.
Greetings!
Oh.
3 old tech dudes in one car. What a scary thought. Where are we going, guys?
In a very scary mountain. It's like just literally piece together. We're gonna die now.
We'll get pulled over, and Timmy's gonna have to do a sobriety check.
I got pulled over here once in high school, right here.
For sobriety check.
No, for speeding. Timmy does not imbibe. Certainly not to that level.
We're gonna go see if we can find something fun.
And cheap.
And cheap. Definitely cheap.
We're very cheap.
Yeah.
So we're headed to the Columbus Hamfest in Columbus, Indiana.
Which is...
It's known for its architecture. I don't think that matters.
Oh,
it
Columbus
is.
in general.
Yes,
you mean?
yes, it
Okay,
is.
Yeah.
Yes, the Hamfest is known for its architecture.
That's what I was getting. I was like, really?
They built magnificent
Is the fairground that special?
functional antenna.
Did we ever confirm? Is it at the fairgrounds?
It is.
Okay.
I have the address on my phone, but I probably won't turn on GPS till I get to Seymour because it annoys me. Because I know how to get to Seymour.
Yeah, it's like...
Seymour's the first place I ever drove.
Yeah, Columbus is just
outside of
north of
Memphis,
Seymour.
actually.
Yeah. So what else? What came from Columbus? Let's see. There's a NASCAR driver.
Tony Stewart came from Columbus, yes.
They've got all those arched bridges.
They do. It's part of their architecture.
What else came from Columbus?
Oh, yeah, the Jamie guy.
Yeah, Jamie Heineman.
Yeah,
He's from Columbus?
he
thought
is,
was
I
from-
think, or he lived there or was born there or something. No, he's from here. So every time I go around the curve, our whole camera swings. Oh,
Timmy's tilting us on 2 wheels.
Cruise control said that was fast enough, and I was like, nope, brakes.
Yeah, no kidding.
Plus.
Oh my.
Yeah, we are right now driving in the middle of nowhere on US 50, so...
Yes.
Kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Well,
Yeah, I think it does.
it does for Lawrence County.
We're all going to fly out the right side of the car here.
Yeah, it's all like
Timmy goes fast, but he's safe, so...
Unless
I
it's
have
fast
children.
and
I have not killed them.
You have children, they're not dead yet.
That little car is very fast. You gonna show them our mount?
On the road, Timmy, on the road.
This is a road that's got the little things in it that make lots of noise on both sides, so that no matter which way you float, you're terrified.
Well, it's not like on 37 where you just have to drive over them now.
Yeah,
That's fun.
It just went off.
the screen does, with the light still laying on top. I've gotten to know this thing pretty well lately.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Alright,
The blue light being off is a positive thing. It means the battery's probably charged.
Oh, okay. Because it just beeped. I'm like, okay, we're out of power.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we're done.
Yeah.
That's a wrap. We're out of juice. Oh, my word. Okay.
Alright, well.
We're already past the county line up here in a sec.
Yes.
I'll try and get this.
Is it against law for me to take you boys over state line or county line? Oh wait, that's not related to this at all. I'm so clever.
It's early morning.
Yeah, we should
It's,
still be in bed. It's Saturday.
Yeah.
I was telling Nathan, like, I don't get up this early for work.
That's true.
Well, I'm actually I'm up by now, but
Well, by now I am, but I had to get up at like 5 o'clock.
yeah, no, I didn't do no. 5 o'clock does not come twice a day in Nathan's world. Nathan's world is I work 9 to 5, and then I go home and deal with everything else.
Working 9 to 5. That's my best Dolly Parton impersonation.
That's the best one.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if we have anything further to say at this point.
We're going to see if we can find some stuff at the Hamfest.
Yeah.
So, Hamfest, if you don't know, is an amateur radio swap meet. Kind of like an electronics show.
Or flea market, if you will.
Yeah, or flea market.
tilting.
Go somewhere.
Tilting. Oh, the curve. They just getting a real feel of what it's like in a car. It's gonna look like this may be our worst looking video ever, but whoa.
Might be the funniest.
Yeah,
something bad happened. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna go see if we can find something fun, equipment wise, or radio.
I don't know what all I'm after.
Junk. I kind of want to get some parts because we had a few ideas we're going to start working on here pretty soon that are probably terrifying to all sanity and everything else, but very high power lasers. Really high power lasers.
What are we going to do with the high powered laser?
I don't know.
High power lasery stuff.
Yeah. What else do you do with it?
I suspect fire will be involved.
with the energetic beam weapon? No. You know? Tesla coils of any size. What else are we trying? Oh yeah, fun things that fling metal fast. Through magnets. So yeah. So we're trying to find some parts for some of this stuff too. Which may or may not happen. Yeah.
Driving's not the fun part, even though it's making for a funny swaying video. Whoever's behind me wants to go real fast because they came out of nowhere and now they're like, "Go faster, Timmy!" And I'm like, "No, you pay for my car payments if I gotta get another car."
Yeah. Or your bond money for jail.
That's right.
Wouldn't that be a bummer? Well, we didn't buy anything. We had to bail Timmy out.
Exactly.
Like we've never misquoted a fact ever in a Real Tech Dudes video.
We do try and correct them though, at least in the bottom.
On the Atwater Camp video, I looked up several things we looked at. We were wrong more than once.
Oh,
the fuse isn't a fuse; it's actually a resistor.
Is that a resistor?
Yes, it's a resistor that goes that little deal.
Resistor,
and the big cans in the back aren't actually capacitors.
Put a power through resistor, it is kind of a fuse.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that is a grid leak resistor. So,
grid leak resistor. Okay, that's neat.
Which made sense once I looked at the schematic for a while. So.
Were they using it as a fuse?
I don't know why it was removable and had a separate mount. Very strange.
Oh.
So anybody else that looks at video that knows anything about workings probably thinks we're idiots. We don't claim to be experts on everything. So we just like to poke around on old boxes of wires and parts and consider their interesting factors or something.
I've done more with vacuum tubes than with like guitar amps and things like that. And honestly, you get into those and there's really nothing necessarily mysterious about them.
Yeah. Voltages are higher is the biggest difference, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, the voltages are a bit higher, but the way they fundamentally work is the same. But the components, for example, inside there are usually modern components.
Right.
Obviously, tell what you're
yeah.
Even from an amp from the 60s. But, typically you didn't have a whole lot of guitar amps. They existed back in the 50s, I think even maybe into the early 40s or something.
Right.
Late 40s, right? But that Ken Atwater's from the 20s.
Yeah.
I don't know if they even knew what some of the parts were for themselves. Well, they probably
yeah.
But, I mean, just,
they're very primitive circuits underneath. It'll be very easy to restore. I've looked at several videos online and I was like, wow, these are not that hard. They require a very high resistant speaker. I don't remember how many. It's like 900 ohms or something. So because the voltages are so high, point to point on the audio. So you have to use a speaker of that vintage.
Or use a transformer maybe to get it up.
Yeah.
To get it lower. But yeah, that's the thing that was. They had the components were so primitive back then. I mean, it wouldn't shock me if they're hand wound resistors.
Right, yeah.
That's probably...
a few that are
large. Shocking if you grabbed it right.
Definitely, yeah. Here's some nichrome wire, touch it.
Right.
Yeah, tell us what we're doing.
We're going to go buy stuff. We're going to go buy radios and stuff our wives don't want us to bring home. And
I can buy whatever the heck I want.
Yeah. He's lucky that way.
Oh.
Love you, Sarah.
Oh, you better cut that part out.
Okay, Hamfests are basically a ham radio swap meet or used electronics show, if you will. And they're a lot of fun. For example, here is Tim, one of our club members, selling some of the stuff he has. He's kind of getting rid of his excess at this point. Some new and old stock electronic stuff such as solder, and wire, and even vacuum tubes are sold at these kinds of events. We enjoyed our time here at Columbus. I think every single table had ham radios and at a pretty good price, which is a nice thing. Okay, so yeah, I just bought the Select Division 2-piece unit for an external camera. You can see a few things that Tim picked up. I also got a spool wire, so I'll make some antennas. Let's get back in. Okay.
Hi.
So what did you find now?
I bought some alligator clips for $1 or $2. Those are good. And then a bunch of propaganda for stuff I can't afford. So. Hey, but they've got the new band chart. So
Oh, nice. They have the low band on there. Oh, it is 2200.
I haven't seen this one yet. So.
And 630.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, those are the new ones.
Yeah, so I carried that VCR out to the car. I have your key.
Oh, thank you. All right. Yep. There we go. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we came, we saw, we purchased stuff.
Yeah, it was a good Hamfest. I hadn't been to this one since the late 90s, so
No doubt.
Columbus is a nice town, and I got a lot of hams. It seems like this Hamfest does really well compared to even our local one. I know it's a bit closer to Indianapolis. That probably helps a little, but
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, there was a lot of calls I recognized from that area on license plates coming in. So
Yeah, saw some friends.
yeah,
It's decent.
yeah, I saw a couple people. There's Tim
So-
K9US from Bedford was up here selling, and
Yeah, Mike N5CEC from Indianapolis, one of the
Okay.
guys I used to run around with a long.
oh, that's cool. Is that the other fellow you pat on the back of it?
No, that's actually another guy.
Okay.
Yeah, there's two guys. Yeah, they always hang together. Though.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's probably doing testing. I've drawn a blank on his call now. It's terrible. W9 or something. Anyway,
Sure.
yeah, it's been a while. Like 30 years.
Wow.
What we got? I don't know, we want to tell them what we got, or we want to just,
We can. Yeah.
or we just want to hold it off for videos, and so you got
Well,
to.
at least one of the things I bought, I hope to show on a video once it's restored. I got a 1942 Philco table radio. It's the nicest wooden radio that I've ever had. I've had a couple that were really rotten cases and such. But
That's
nice.
pretty too.
Yeah.
It's a nice
Yeah.
one.
It doesn't need a lot of work
Beautiful.
either, so.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
What else? What did I get? I got some wire for antennas.
Yeah.
I got a radio of the type, one of the first HTs I ever had. Actually, the first HT I had was an IC2 GAT.
Nice.
And I just put it in the trunk there, but I got one of those. What else? Oh, what else I got? Oh, I got a VCR. VHS, the 2-piece, so you can actually hook it with a strap and the camera separately.
Yeah. We'll make sure he wears that in the future video.
Yeah, it's really light. I think I'll show a picture of it now because I shot a little video when I put it in there. Thing weighs a bloody ton. It's like DX7 of VCRs, man.
Right.
It weighs a ton. $5, I can't really complain. Probably needs belts and definitely needs lubrication. But
Yeah.
I'd say it probably works.
Yeah.
I'd probably do a little bit of work to it. So, yeah.
Yeah. I found a good price on a MFJ HF tuner that I needed a newer version of. Mine's pretty bad shape that I already had, so now I can part with it and use the new one. So
There you go.
Very good. I bought a old Radio Shack 2-meter mobile
There you go.
because you can never have too many mobile radios.
Or HTs.
that's right.
We got 7 now.
I don't know. I have enough. I need to start getting rid of some.
HTs are these. They're little handheld radios. In case you didn't know.
Yeah.
They're handy talkie. HT's an acronym. So.
Oh yeah.
What else?
Gosh.
Like I said, I'll tell you what, we will try and get some videos done for this. Hopefully.
Yep. Yeah,
We'll
absolutely.
make this a video, so you're going to stay tuned.
Yep.
Make sure you like and subscribe down there, which is going to be down, I think, over there.
Yep, over here.
And we'll put a couple links to other videos up here.
Absolutely.
And what else? And then we're going to be heading back to,
back to
the big town of Bedford and,
Yeah.
and Springville and
Salem.
Salem.
Yeah. Fayetteville.
a lot of miscellaneous nowhere.
Yeah. All right. So later. I'm Timmy.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Justin.
We're all 3 old tech dudes and old 3 old tech dudes. Well, I'll get this right one of these days.
We'll
We'll talk to you later.
It's like that.
We're here? We're here. We're here. We're here. We're all here.